It's Friday night at the Stuttgart Reds ballpark. The weather is kind of cloudy, winds blowing from the right to the left. Some thunder showers expected. Hopefully we won't get any and get this game through. It's about 22 degrees, about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Welcome to Reds TV. My name is Ken Hudson, the voice of Reds TV, and with me, the CEO, the master of disaster, the world's worst superhero, Yara Drobny. Today is game one of the weekend series against the Heidenheim Heideköpfe. If you can't make it out here today, tomorrow, game two starts at 1 o'clock. And a big welcome to the mascot for the German national team running around here in the Reds ballpark, Manny. If you have questions, comments, words of wisdom, or just want to shout out, put it in the chat function. We are on YouTube. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Umpires today's game. At home plate is Wolfram Haupt. First base, Marco Federico. Third base, Patrick Meister. And hopefully for you, Patrick Van Bergen, that answers your question. Tone is on. We'll be back in a couple minutes for the starting lineups. Starting pitcher for the Stuttgart Reds, Kevin Riello Quiroga, 44 innings pitched, 33 strikeouts. He has a 3-2 record. Does have one save. His ERA 5.11. Catching him, Frito Fink at first base, Moritz von Bergen at second base, Danielo Weber. Third base, Moritz Kohler at shortstop, Austin Bull. Left, center, and right is Fabian Beck, Jonas von Bergen, and Yannick Dentz. Lineup for the Heidenheim Heideköpfe, leading off Gary Owens, followed by Simon Göring, Sean Larry batting in the 4-hole, Billy Germain, he'll be followed by Daniel Vervusa, Drew Jansen. 7, 8, 9 is Killian Reedley, Maurice Montgomery, and David Ditsky. So Gary Owens, ex-Stuttgart Red, in the batter's box. Batting .282 this year, 4 home runs. One other game going on tonight. Mainz visiting Regensburg. We'll keep you updated on that game because both of these games with big playoff implications. That pitch low, ball one. Ball two. That one on the inside corner. Hot cheese at the knee. Strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike. Foul ball. 2-2. And a ground ball, and it's the Momo Moritz Kohler to Moritz von Bergen for out number 1. Next batter, Simon Göring, longtime national team player. Batting average so far this year, .214. He takes that pitch inside, ball 1. There's strike 1, 1-1 the count. Just a bit high, 2 balls, 1 strike. Three balls, 1 strike. This half an inning brought to you by Schwimmbad Schmierer GmbH and Allianz Niederlassung Bad Cannstatt. On the outside corner, strike number 2, full count to Simon Göring. Swing and a miss. Oh, yeah. Strikeout for out number 2. Next batter, right fielder, Sean Larry. Sean having another good season, .361 batting average, 6 home runs. That pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Heidenheim this year, team batting average of .250. Stuttgart, team ERA of 4.79. Heidenheim does have a league-leading 25 home runs. That pitch down low, 2-0 the count. Outfield playing very deep, respecting Sean Larry's power. And that's a ground ball. Fielded by the second baseman. Little bobble, but controls it in time for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We'll be right back with the bottom of the first inning. That half an inning brought to you by Schwimmbad Schmierer GmbH und Allianz Niederlassung Bad Cannstatt. Pitching for Heidenheim is Sven Schuler. 35.1 innings pitched. He's only given up 10 earned runs, got 23 strikeouts, an ERA from 2.55. Catching him, Daniel Varvuso. At first base, Simon Göring. At second base, Maurice Montgomery. Third base, Billy Germain. Shortstop is Drew Jansen. Left, center, and right, David Dinsky, Gary Owens, and Sean Larry. Line up for your hometown Stuttgart Reds. Leading off, Austin Bull, followed by Moritz Kohler, Jack Barry. Batting in the 4-hole, Moritz van Bergen. He'll be followed by Danilo Weber, Yannick Dentz, 7, 8, and 9. Jonas van Bergen, Frido Fink, Fabian Beck, and a couple of shout-outs. Shout out to Patrick Morgenthaler, Rania, greetings from Rome, and John Scooter. Shout out to you guys. If you have comments, words of wisdom, just let me know where you're watching from. Put it in the Reds chat function. Stuttgart batting this year has a team average from 2.71. Heidenheim team ERA from 3.67. So statistically, teams are fairly evenly matched. So stepping into the batter's box, Austin Bull. Austin batting an even 500 for the season. Leading the league in stolen bases, 19 of them. And a shout out to my old friend Randy Ewert, emphasis on old. So pitcher ready, batter ready, umpire ready. That pitch just a bit low, ball number 1. There's strike 1, 1-1 the count. Up high, ball number 2. Ball 3, 3 balls, 1 strike. And a shout out to my little sister watching all the way in Washington, D.C. I turned her into a Reds fan. So shout out to you. 3 balls, 1 strike. And Austin shows a bunt. Takes a strike, full count. And strikeout by window shopping for out number 1. Brings up Moritz Kohler. Moritz, 286 batting average, has 2 home runs on the season. That pitch just a bit high, ball number 1. Just outside, 2-0 the count. And a foul ball out of play or off the net. Nice one-hand work by first base coach Xavi Gonzalez. 2 balls, 1 strike. That's low, 3-1. Foul ball, strike number 2. That looks like that got a piece of the catcher. That's, of course, why the catcher wears all that gear, but can't cover everything. Looks like it got him on his right foot. Daniel Vavrusa, tough guy. I'm sure he'll walk it out. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Of course, umpire Wolfram helped. Probably pretty happy that didn't catch him on the foot. Oh, Moritz Kohler back in the batter's box. And another foul ball. Count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that ball popped up. And nice running catch by first baseman Simon Göring for out number 2. This half an inning, of course, brought to you by Hugo Benzing GmbH und Co. KG. Next batter, Jack Berry. Jack, 270, 3 home runs. And he takes the first pitch looking for strike number 1. And that pitch in there, 0-2 the count. And that's a bloop single off the knee of the second baseman. Oh, a single for Jack Berry. That ball had a weird spin on it. No chance for the second baseman to bring that down. So, first base runner of the game, Jack Berry, and stepping into the batter's box, mighty Mo Moritz von Bergen. Moritz leading the team in home runs. I believe he has 4 of them. And there's a bloop single. Drops in front of the right fielder. Jack Berry all the way around to third base. Back-to-back singles. Stuttgart's got runners on the corners with 2 outs. And Danielo Weber steps in the batter's box. So Stuttgart threatening in the first inning. Danielo Weber, 220 batting average. Catcher Vavrusa giving signs, letting his defense know where he's going to go with the throw. And there's a chopper, but nice easy throw from short to second for out number 3. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on, 1 inning in the books. Score 0-0. That half an inning brought to you by Hugo Benzing GmbH und Co. KG. Top of the second inning, brought to you by Raumpflege AG und Wahl GmbH Stadtmobilierung. Leading off, ex-Stuttgart Red, William Germain, Daniel Wawrusa, and Drew Jensen, the first three batters for the Heidenheim Heideköpfe. Of course, this is the fifth game in the series between Heidenheim and Stuttgart. Both teams able to win in the away stadium. That pitch left up, ball one. First game here against Heidenheim. Heidenheim wins. And then in Heidenheim, Stuttgart wins. And then Heidenheim wins, and then Stuttgart wins. So hopefully we can break that. 2-0 the count. That ball popped up. Catcher Friedo Fink trying to catch it, and does catch it. Hit his glove, popped out of his glove, and he was able to bring it down. Way to hang with it there. Friedo, out number one. It's one of the hardest things for a catcher to do is catch them pop-ups. Oh, out number one, Daniel Wawrusa, the next batter. And that pitch catches him on the jersey, hit by a pitch. So the first base runner for Heidenheim. Of course, there's no statistics in the statistic channel for Mr. Wawrusa. So runner at first with one out, Drew Jensen batting for the Heideköpfe, 237 in batting average, 5 home runs. This will be a perfect time for the pitcher's best friend, the double play. That pitch on the inside corner, strike number one. Up high, 1-1 to count. And a pickoff, wrong side of first base, safe. And a shout out to Yaf Williams, Lopez Enriquez, all the way in Argentina. Shout out to you. And that ball hit high in the air. Called for at the warning track, caught by Jonas van Bergen, out number two. Killian Reedley, the next batter. Killian, 303 batting average, 3 home runs. Of course, again, Heidenheim leading the league in home runs. So one of the important things for Kevin Riello, keep them in the ballpark. 2 outs, runner at first base. And that pitch in there for strike number one. And to Yaf Williams, a big hug back to you. Swing and a miss, strike number two. No balls, 2 strikes. Still plenty of time to come on down to the ballpark, unless, of course, you're sitting in Argentina. Plenty of seats available. And there's a ground ball. Backhand by Austin Bull throws the ball over the head of the second baseman. Vavrusa able to advance to third. And Killian Riedle is safe at first on the fielder's choice. So runners at the corners. Maurice Montgomery, the next batter. Frito Fink telling his defense what he's going to be doing with the baseball if Killian Riedle takes off. Killian does have 4 stolen bases on the season. That pitch down low, ball 1. There's a fly ball, center field. Jonas van Bergen camping under it, pulls it down. The hit by pitch there does not hurt. No runs on, no hits, 1 error, 2 left on. We'll be right back with the bottom of the second inning. That half an inning brought to you by Raumpflege AG und Wahl GmbH Stadtmobilierung. Bottom of the second inning brought to you by Stadtwerke Stuttgart. Leading off for the Reds, Yannick Dentz, Jonas van Bergen, Frito Fink. 0-0 the score. Yannick's batting an even 300 for the season. Last weekend, Stuttgart splits with Mainz, losing game 1 9-7 before winning game 2 on a complete game 5-1 with final score. Complete game by Jefferson Lopez. That pitch misses away, ball number 1. Heidenheim was in. Hunstetten takes game 1 4-0 and game 2 7-5. And if you're a softball fan, Stuttgart faced the Freising Grizzlies last weekend on Sunday. That pitch inside, ball 2. Freising was undefeated until they faced the Lady Reds. Stuttgart, the Lady Reds able to take 2 games from Freising, 8-1 and 4-3, putting them in first place in the softball Bundesliga South. There's strike number 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. And a ground ball fielded by the shortstop. Strong throw just in time to get Yannick Dent speeding down the first baseline. Jonas van Bergen, the next batter. 200 batting average, hit his first home run over the right field fence on Saturday last week. And here's a ground ball again to the shortstop. Drew Jansen throws it to Simon Göring. Out in number 2. Catcher Frito Fink, the next batter. Frito batting triple deuces this year, a .222 batting average. And he takes that pitch up and in, ball 1. Ball 2, 2-0. Three and 0 the count. That pitch just a bit inside. Remember, you can get on Stuttgart-Reds.de, get impressions of the game. The world's best photographer here is Drobny running around here. And that pitch catches the high inside part of the strike zone. Here is Drobny, of course, taking hundreds of photos, posting them in the Reds homepage. Check them out. And that's another slow hit ground ball fielded by third baseman Billy Germain. So 3 ground outs for Sven Schuler. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on. 2 innings in the books. 0-0 the score.
Auf geht's, Stuttgart! Die Stadtwerke Stuttgart-Gruppe sucht neue Kolleginnen und Kollegen für ihr Team Energiewende, die mit voller Kraft Stuttgart unterstützen, um bis 2035 klimaneutral zu werden. Bewirb dich jetzt bei der Stadtwerke Stuttgart-Gruppe und werde Energiewendeheldin oder Held unter volle-kraft.de. Und jetzt nochmal, volle Kraft für Stuttgart!
Top of the 3rd inning, batting for the Heidenheim Heideköpfe, number 9 batter David Dinsky. Then top of the lineup, Gary Owens, Simon Göring. Score still 0-0. This half an inning will be brought to you by Toto Lotto Regionaldirektion Stuttgart GmbH und Wagner Planung. Neither team able to score a run in the first 2 innings. And the other game, Regensburg Mainz, just started. So we'll keep you updated on that score. Of course, again, both of these games, big implications in the playoff race for the top 4 spots. I'll get into the standings and the races in a little while. That pitch fouled straight back, strike number 1. David Dinsky, longtime Elbang and Elk. Played in Regensburg, now in Heidenheim. Shows a bunt, takes a strike, 0-2 the count. His batting average, 192. And a foul ball into the Reds dugout. Count stays, no balls, 2 strikes. Again, chat function is open. If you want to shout out, put your name in there. Let me know where you're looking or watching from. That pitch just a bit low, ball 1. And a little discussion. Looks like David Dinsky might have tweaked something. And umpire Wolfram Haupt calling for the coach, Klaus Eckle. It is pretty warm out there. I'm sure Mr. Haupt's sweating tons of water, and physical therapist coming out to check on Mr. Dinsky. We'll be right back when play resumes. So David back in the batter's box, and he hits a high fly ball left center field, and that ball is out of here. Again, the wind blowing from the right to left, so I guess it wasn't hurting that bad if he's able to do that. First run of the game, home run for David Dinsky. Heidenheim takes the lead, 1-0. Next batter, Gary Owens. Gary grounded out to the third baseman, his first at bat. That pitch just a bit high, ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1, 1-1 the count. And there's a line drive in center field, but a nice running catch by Jonas van Bergen. Have been busy out there the last couple innings. Out number 1 for the Stuttgart Reds. Next batter, Simon Göring, a strikeout victim, his first at-bat. Again, game 2 tomorrow at 1 o'clock. If you can't make it, tune in. Sunday, Stuttgart Reds, second team, who is leading the Bundesliga that they're in, plays. That pitch inside, ball 1. So they'll be facing the Bad Homburg Hornets on Sunday if you want to come out on that game. There's strike number 1, 1-1 to count. And a ground ball, diving stop. And it's another Momo. Moritz to Moritz. 5-3 in the scorebooks. Out number 2. Nice diving catch by Moritz Kohler. Sean Larry, the next batter, he grounded out to the second baseman to end the first inning. Of course, up and down the line, Heidenheim, dangerous batting team. That's strike number one. That off-speed pitch just a bit inside, ball one. Still plenty of room in the stand, 17,327 fans in attendance. That pitch outside, ball two. Ball three. 3 balls, 1 strike. And a foul ball straight back. Counts full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And here's a line shot, and that ball over the right field fence. So another home run and another run for Heidenheim. That ball off the bat was gone. 2-0 to score. Next batter, Billy Germain. So again, you can't make a mistake with these guys. 2-0 to score. Billy Germain popped up to the catcher his first at bat. And that ball's shot to the left field and gone. 3rd home run of the inning. Three home runs, 3 runs for the Heidenheim Heideköpfe. Next batter, Daniel Vavrusa. And Austin Bull trying to settle his pitcher down. Giving him a pep talk. Like a good player should. 3-0 the count. 2 outs. Daniel Vavrusa, the batter. Daniel was safe at first on a hit by pitch. Got all the way around to third base, but wasn't able to go across home plate. That's strike number 1. Up and in, ball 1, 1-1 to count. Ball 2. There's another fly ball. This one's not quite as deep. And second baseman Danilo Vera pulls that out. 3 runs on 3 solo home runs for the Heidenheim Heideköpfe. 3 hits. No errors, nobody left on. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 3rd inning. That half an inning brought to you by Taro Lotto Regionaldirektion Stuttgart GmbH. und Wagner Planung. Bottom of the third inning brought to you by Kolping Bildung und Raumpflege AG. 3 solo shots for the Heidenheim Heideköpfe in the top of the third inning. Puts them up 3-0. Stuttgart looking to answer with number 9, 1 and 2, Fabian Beck, Austin Bull, Moritz Kohler. Fabian, a .340 batting average this season. Loves doing that bunt. And it's a fair ball that goes all the way to the base and hits the base. Third baseman Billy Germain does the right thing, lets it go. That's the third time in 2 games that he's bunted for a base hit. So lead runner on, and top of the lineup, Austin Bull. Austin struck out looking. And that ball over our head. Strike number 1. Fabian Beck, 2 stolen bases on the season. That pitch gets past the catcher, so a free base for Fabian Beck. He gets to go to second base on the wild pitch. Now he's in scoring position. Austin Bull, again, a .500 batting average before this game. Oh, good time for him to get his 16th RBI of the season. And spin move. Throw to second base. Throw a little bit offline, but Fabian Beck back in plenty of time. That pitch misses low, ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. That's a fly ball, shallow left field. No problem for David Dinsky, out number 1. Moritz Kohler, the next batter. Popped up to the first baseman in foul territory in the first inning. Oh, Fabian Beck still standing at second base. And Moritz Kohler hacking at the first pitch, fouls it back. Strike number one. That pitch outside, ball one. Ball number two. 2 balls, 1 strike. And there's a ground ball. Scoop and throw in time. Fabian Beck able to advance to third base on the ground out. Jack Berry, the next batter, bloop single into right field in his first at bat. Oh, Fabian Beck 90 feet away. And Jack Berry hacks at the first pitch. Over the fence, but the wrong fence. Strike number one. Swing and a miss. Strike number two. No balls, 2 strikes. And a foul ball. Count remains. No balls, 2 strikes. And a ground ball this time, shortstop Fields. Step and throw for out number 3. No runs on, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. 3 innings complete. Heidenheim 3, Stuttgart 0. That half an inning brought to you by Coping Bildung und Raumpflege AG.
Auf geht's, Stuttgart! Die Stadtwerke Stuttgart-Gruppe sucht neue Kolleginnen und Kollegen für ihr Team Energiewende, die mit voller Kraft Stuttgart unterstützen, um bis 2035 klimaneutral zu werden. Bewirb dich jetzt bei der Stadtwerke Stuttgart-Gruppe und werde Energiewendeheldin oder Held unter volle-kraft.de. Und jetzt nochmal, volle Kraft für Stuttgart!
Top of inning number 4, leading off, Drew Jansen, followed by Killian Riedle, Maurice Montgomery. This half an inning brought to you by Katholische Familienpflege und Alva Mineralbrunnen GmbH. Pitch number 1, strike number 1. And that ball hit hard, but foul. Strike number 2 to Drew Jansen. And an update, Mainz has taken the lead 1-0 in Regensburg. Correction now, it's 3-0 in favor of Mainz. That pitch in the dirt, blocked by catcher Friedo Fink. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And ground ball. And that time, no chance for them to get the out back. And the ball goes up under the fence. So that ball just stayed fair. Moritz Kohler tried to make the throw. Couldn't make the throw, and on the pass ball on the E6. A single and a throwing error. Runner at second base, no outs, and Killian Riedle coming up to bat. And that's it for Kevin Riello. He gave up 3 home runs in the last inning and is responsible for the batter on the mound. Robert Blessing chugging in. We'll be right back when he's done with his warm-up pitches. So Kevin Riello's day's done after 3 innings. Gave up 4 hits. Of course, 3 of them home runs. He is responsible for the runner at second base. He is being relieved by Robert Blessing. Robert's thrown 15.1 innings in the Bundesliga season, has 12 earned runs, 17 strikeouts to 8 walks, a 0-1 record, an ERA from 7.04. And his first pitch just a bit low. Batter Killian Riedle getting signs from Klaus Ekle. And he takes that pitch. Ball number 2, 2-0 the count. And a spin move. Of course, no chance. 2 balls, no strikes. Still no outs in the top of the 4th inning. And there's a fly ball, shallow. Drops in front of Jonas van Bergen. He gets it in quickly. Keeps it to a single. Drew Jansen advances to third on the base hit. Runners at the corners, no outs. Maurice Montgomery, the next batter. Maurice fly out into center field in the 1st inning. Runners going. Throw down to second. In time, and the runner at third stays put. So a caught stealing for Frito Fink. Very important out. Number 1. Of course, the runner at third not knowing, are they doing a cutoff play? Is the ball going all the way to second? So Stuttgart gets their first out. Now they're playing with the infield in, trying to keep that runner at home. And there's a ground ball. And that's part of the problem with playing the infield in. If he was playing normal depth, no problem for Moritz Kohler, but that ball bounced over his head. A single and an RBI for Maurice Montgomery. Run number 4 for the Heideköpfe. And David Dinsky, the next batter, solo home run, his first at bat. 4-0 the score. And that ball is hit high, but this time I don't think it'll get over the fence. Nice running catch. Jonas van Bergen in center field, out number 2. Brings up leadoff man Gary Owens 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. Maurice Montgomery still at first base. And that ball, nice block. Does he get him? This time the throw is a little bit late. Of course, on the wild pitch is when Maurice Montgomery took off. So runner at second base, 1 ball to Gary Owens. 2 outs. That pitch in there, strike number 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that ball popped straight back. Too far away for Frito Fink to be able to get the ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That pitch just a bit high. It's triple deuces. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And there's another high fly ball in left field. And that ball into the trees. Another home run for the Heideköpfe. Number 4 on the game, in the game. Of course, as I said earlier, the wind is blowing to left field. So anything hit up in the air is a potential home run. 2 more runs for the Heideköpfe. Score now 6-0 in favor of Heidenheim. Next batter, Simon Göring. Simon is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. And he swings and misses at that pitch. No balls, 1 strike. And there's another high fly ball. This stays in the park. Thank goodness. At the warning track, Fabian Beck pulls it out of the air. 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error. Nobody left on. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 4th inning. That half an inning brought to you by Katholische Familienpflege and Alva Mineralbrunnen GmbH. Top of the 4th, or bottom of the 4th, leading off Moritz von Bergen, Daniela Weber, Yannick Dentz. This half an inning brought to you by Hugo Benzing GmbH und Co. KG. 6-0 the score. Stuttgart needs to get on the board. And that pitch on the inside corner, strike number 1. Shout out to Bob Yost all the way in the USA. Little afternoon baseball for him. And seems like something might be wrong with the mound, says the pitcher. So it seems like there might have been a rock somewhere up there, under there, that wiggled its way free. No balls, 1 strike, no outs. That pitch At the top part of the strike zone, strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes. And that ball popped up, but looked like it's twisting over the first baseline fence. Foul ball. 0-2 the count. And there's a ground ball right to the second baseman. No problem. Out number 1. And running around, I see our mascot, Paula, is here. Haven't seen the national team mascot, Manny, yet. And Daniela Weber safe on a fielder, or hitting a fielder's choice in the first at-bat. That pitch low, ball number 1. That pitch low again, ball number 2. There's a strike on the inside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Man, that's the chop ball. Billy Germain fields it off balance, throw in time for out number 2. 5-3 in the scorebooks. Next batter, Yannick Dentz. Yannick grounded out to the shortstop in his first at-bat. And that ball is hit slowly but foul. Strike number 1. Oh, no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. And that pitch just a bit high, ball 1. Inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And ball fouled back out of play. Triple deuces, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And that was a close pitch, but outside, ball number 3, full count. And a fly ball, twisting foul Long run, Sean Larry, nice running catch into the fence. Out number 3, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. 4 innings complete, Heidenheim leading 6-0. That half an inning brought to you by Hugo Benzing GmbH und Co. KG. We're going into the top of the 5th inning. This half an inning brought to you by Ortima, Wir leben Gesundheit und Bauunternehmen Ram. Leading off for the Heideköpfe, Sean Larry, Billy Germain, Daniel Vavrusa. 6-0 the score in favor of Heidenheim. Sean Larry a ground out and a line drive home run. That pitch on the lower outside part of the strike zone, strike number 1. And that pitch up and in, 1-1 to count. That pitch just low, ball number 2. Low, ball 3. Update in Regensburg able to put a run across the board. 3-1 to score in favor of Mainz. That's ball number 4. A leadoff walk brings Billy Germain. Billy 1 for 2. He also has a home run under his belt. So Bundesliga standings in the north, Bonn leading at 14-4, followed by Paderborn at 12-6, Hamburg at 11-6. So those 3 teams probably going to make the playoffs. Köln is at 4-14 and Doran at 2-13. 4 teams will make the playoffs. So Doran and Köln fighting for that last playoff spot. There's strike number 1, 1-1 the count. Bundesliga South a little bit closer than in the north. And there's a base hit up the middle. Sounded like that was off the tip of the bat. First 2 runners are on with no outs. And Daniel Vavrusa up to bat. Hit by pitch and a flyout. In the South, the only team that's really pretty much out of it, Hunstetten Storm, they're sitting at 3-16 and in 6th place. Regensburg at 16-4. Lee's Heidenheim Heideköpfe at 11-7. Haar at 9-9. That pitch in there for strike number 1. Mainz is at 9-10. Stuttgart at 9-11. So all 4 of those teams could be second all the way down to 5th place. So these weekend games, very important to all of those teams. That pitch shows a bunt, pulls back, ball number 1, 1-1 to count. Stuttgart needing this game very, very badly. That pitch inside, ball number 2. Three balls, 1 strike. And that pitch up high, a walk loads the bases and brings up Drew Jansen. Drew is 1 for 2 with a single. And that brings Coach Rick Jacques out of the dugout. No bases loaded, no outs. Batter Drew Jansen. So after a quick powwow, bases loaded, no outs. Corners playing in. Middle infield at double play depth. Drew Jansen, the batter. That pitch misses inside for ball number 1. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. No place to put him. A walk is an RBI and another run for the Heideköpfe. 3-0 the count. And that pitch way outside, a 4-pitch walk. Scores number 7 for Heidenheim. That one the easy way. Bases remain loaded. Next batter, Kilian Riedle. Safe on a fielder's choice. And a base hit. And a little action off to the side. That pitch up high. Ball number 1. Ball number 2. Robert Blessing not able to find the strike zone. Already 3 walks and a 2-0 count in this inning. 3-0 the count. And another 4-pitch walk, another run. 8-0 now the score. Maurice Montgomery, the next batter. There's a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Again, corner still playing in. Middle infield at double play depth. Ball 1 to Killian Riedler. 1-1 the count. Ball 2. Again, Sunday, Reds 2 facing the Bad Homburg Hornets. Game time at 1 o'clock. Score in Regensburg still 3-1 for the Mainz Athletics and 3-1 the count. There's strike number 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Of course, after 4 walks in the inning, batters are going to be patient. 3-2 the count. And another walk, another run. And Rick Jocks coming out to get his pitcher. Not a good day for Robert Blessing. So we'll be right back with the new pitcher. New pitcher, Benedict Schaefer. He takes over for Robert Blessing. Bases loaded, no outs. 3 runs already across the board for Heidenheim. Number 9 batter, David Dinsky, with a home run and a flyout. That pitch outside, ball number 1. Ball 2. Ball number 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Bases loaded, no place to put him. And a 4-pitch walk and run number 4. Stuttgart's pitching not able to find the strike zone at all in this inning. Run number 10, next batter, leadoff man, Gary Owens. 1 for 3 with a 2-run home run. There's strike number 1. And a foul ball, strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes. That pitch just a bit outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And another foul ball over the backstop. Count stays 1-2. And that's a pop-up in the infield. Infield fly rule is on. That means the runner is automatically out, even though Benedict Schaefer cannot bring it into control. So IFF 1 for out number 1. Next batter, Simon Goering. Simon 0 for 3. A strikeout, a ground out, and a fly out. A very important out, number 1. Infield fly rule is still on. Of course, less than 2 outs. Runners on first and second, or first and second and third, and the ball is popped up in the infield. The batter is automatically out. And that's a line drive hit down the third base line. 2-run score. And a stand-up double for Simon Goering, and 2 more runs for the Heideköpfe. That closes the book on Robert Blessing. Next batter for the second time in this inning, Sean Larry. That pitch low, ball 1. And a ground ball in the hole between first and second. Another run across the board. Run number 7 RBI for Sean Larry. Next batter, Billy Germain, 2 for 3 with a single, a home run, and a fly out. And it looks like we're getting a pinch runner for Sean Larry. So runners at the corners, 1 out. And that ball hit high and deep, but not deep enough. Caught by Jonas van Bergen for out number 2. Tagging up and scoring, Simon Goering. Next batter, Daniel Vavrusa. 2 down. High ball 1. There's a fly ball. And Yannick Dentz ends the misery of the 5th inning. 8 runs, 3 hits, a whole bunch of walks for the Heideköpfe. No errors, 1 left on. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 5th inning. That half an inning brought to you by Stadtwerke Stuttgart. Bottom of the 5th inning, Jonas van Bergen, Friedo Fink, Fabian Beck. Stuttgart just looking to get on the board any way possible. Couple defensive changes for David Dinsky in left field. Nate Sean Thomas and pinch runner now in right field. Thomas Geiger still on the mound. Sven Schuler. And that first pitch in there for ball number 1. There's strike number 1. Question from Bob Yost in the top half of the inning. Did The pitcher dropped the ball to try to fool the runners. I think that's just why a pitcher should never catch a pop-up. Swing and a miss, strike number 2. I don't really think he was trying to dink anybody. That pitch outside, 2-2 the count. Tomorrow's games in the North, Paderborn and Bonn, Saturday and Sunday affair, as well as Dorn and Hamburg, Saturday, Sunday affair. That pitch at the top of the strike zone, call strikeout number 1. Frito Fink, the next batter, grounded out to the third baseman, his first at bat. Other games in the South, Stuttgart Heidenheim for game number 2, Regensburg Mainz game number 2, and Hunstetten is hosting Haar for a Saturday Sunday affair. That pitch on the inside corner, strike number 1. Update score, Heidenheim, that ball chopped foul. Regensburg scores another run. Score now, Mainz 3, Regensburg 2. That pitch up high, ball number 2, 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball 3. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. I guess it was 2-2 the count instead of 3-1. Swing and a miss, strikeout for out number 2. Fabian Beck, the next batter. Bunt single that went all the way down to the third base. And that pitch at the low part of the strike zone for strike number 1. Ball 1, 1-1 the count. Ball number 2. Outside, 3 balls, 1 strike. And that's a walk for Fabian Beck. He gets himself a first base. Top of the lineup, Austin Bull, the next batter, a strikeout and a flyout for him. Stuttgart looking to put at least a run on the board. And that's fouled out of play. Also a new player at first base, taking the place of Simon Göring. As soon as I figure out who it is, I'll let you know. No balls, 1 strike. And another foul ball out of play. And the national team mascot, Manny, is running around in the stands handing out gifts. So since you're not here, you don't get any. And there's another foul ball, a BG's impression, Austin Bull staying alive. No balls, 2 strikes. That pitch outside, ball 1. And on the inside corner, call strike number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody, or 1 left on. We're done with 5. 14-0 in favor of Heidenheim. That inning brought to you by Edeka Simonis and Marshner Electrotechnique. We'll be right back with the top of the 6th inning.
Auf geht's, Stuttgart! Die Stadtwerke Stuttgart-Gruppe sucht neue Kolleginnen und Kollegen für ihr Team Energiewende, die mit voller Kraft Stuttgart unterstützen, um bis 2035 klimaneutral zu werden. Bewirb dich jetzt bei der Stadtwerke Stuttgart-Gruppe und werde Energiewendeheldin oder Held unter volle-kraft.de. Und jetzt nochmal, volle Kraft für Stuttgart!
Top of the 6th inning, brought to you by Wahl GmbH, Stadtmobilierung in Kolping-Bildung. Leading off, Drew Jensen, followed by Killian Riedle and Maurice Montgomery. Killian Riedle came in for Simon Göring. That pitch, strike number 1. A lot of changes on the Heidenheim side. I'll try to keep you up. That curveball just inside, ball 1, 1-1 to count. Ball 2. Ball number 3, 3 balls, 1 strike. Sunday, Stuttgart Reds, men's team number 2, facing the Bad Homburg Hornets. Here's tomorrow at 1 o'clock, game number 2. That pitch on the outside corner, strike number 2. Of course, game number 2, Jefferson Lopez starting for the Stuttgart Reds. Probably will be facing Jared Mortensen for the Heideköpfe. And that's another walk. Walks are us this game, or the last 3 innings. Killian Riedle steps into the batter's box. 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. And that pitch misses away, ball 1. And of course, Moritz van Bergen not holding the runner on. With a score like this, teams do not normally run. Ball 2, strike 1. And top outside part of the strike zone, 1-1 to count. Inside, ball 2. Swing and a miss, strike number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Spoiler alert, Regensburg able to tie the ball game 3-3. That game in the top of the 6th inning. Full count. There's a high fly ball. Caught by right fielder Yannington's out number 1. Maurice Montgomery, the next batter. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out and a walk. And that pitch catches him on the shoulder. A hit by pitch puts runners at first and second. Brings up Nate Shot Thomas for his first at bat. He came in for David Dinsky. Nate Shot Thomas having a rough season, been injured quite a bit. .258 batting average. That's ball number 1. Strike 1, 1-1 the count. On the outside corner, strike number 2. That caught the corner by Muka Sekele. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That ball fouled out of play, 1-2. That just missed outside, 2-2 the count. Ball 3 low, 3 balls, 2 strikes. swing and a miss. Strikeout for out number 2. And then brings up Gary Owens, 1 for 4. That one was a 2-run home run. Runner still at first and second. And that pitch shot at the top of the strike zone. Strike number 1. Check down to first. No, he didn't go. Checked his swing. 1-1 to count on the low pitch. That was a nose tickler. Up and in. Two and one to count. And that ball popped up over the first base side fence. It's quadruple deuces. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. That one up and in again. Full count, 2 outs. Runners will be off with the pitch. And a foul ball. Runners will be back. And Gary just makes sure his base runners getting their steps in for the day. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And that pitch left up for ball number 4. Loads the bases. New batter, number 40. Timo Plitz, the batter. Team only 5 at-bats in the Bundesliga. He takes that pitch low, ball number 2. Still looking for his first hit of the season. 2-0 the count. Ball number 3. Strike number 1, 3 balls, 1 strike. And a walk scores run number 15 for the Heideköpfe. Stuttgart's pitching today, having a really, really bad day. Thomas Geiger, the next batter. Base is still loaded. That pitch misses inside, ball 1. strike one, Thomas. 188 batting average on the season. And he hits a high fly ball. Center field, camped under it. Catching it, Jonas van Bergen. 1 run on no hits, no errors. Bases left full. 15-0 the score. Stuttgart coming up. That half an inning brought to you by Bratek Immobilien and Karl Schaefer Steinmetzbetrieb. Bottom of the 6th inning, looks like Coach Rick Jacques is going to empty his dugout. New in the game for the Stuttgart Reds. Jonas Weber stepping into the batter's box. Only one at bat. Did come in to score a run. Jonas Weber working his way back from the injured reserve list. He's been fighting injuries for the last 2 years. And he looks at strike number 1. This half an inning brought to you by Hugo Benzing GmbH und Co. KG. That ball fouled into the net. That ball low. Ball. 2-2 the count. And a foul ball keeps the count at 2. And that on the inside corner, called strikeout for out number 1. Next batter, number 25. Ramon Uhl. Ramon looking for his first hit of the season. He's only been up to bat 3 times. Now he hacks at the first pitch. Nice stop by Coach Rick Jacques. Strike number one. And that ball twisting foul down the first base line for strike number two. Swing and a miss, strikeout, out number two. Next batter, another one out of the dugout. Yoni Schaefer. 444, his batting average. He takes the first pitch up high, another one of the young talents in the Stuttgart Reds youth program. Swing foul back into the net. Strike number one, 1-1 the count. And a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Underhand flip to first base for out number three. And gentlemen, that's the ball game on grounds of the 15-run rule. Stuttgart's pitching not there today. Heidenheim 15 runs on 10 hits, no errors. Stuttgart no runs on 3 hits, 2 errors. This game, rest of our sponsors need to be talked about, so thank you to Gebrüder Lotterkage, Mandelbrunnerei Stuttgart, Stadtwerke Stuttgart, and Mikatzer Lovenbrau. Again, game 2 tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I hope to see you out here at the ballpark, and if not, see you on the live stream. My name is Ken Hudson, the voice of Reds TV. And on behalf of Yara Drobny, the master of disaster, the CEO of Reds TV, thank you for tuning in. Hope to see you tomorrow, 1300 game time.